This is your degenerate power hour, your late night golden shower. Too ill to be sick, so thick you can't split. That carnival spin with the rictus grin. I'm Joel, they're Primo's kids, and this is Vagrants and Vandals Radio. All right, boys, Gibson, Bourbon, thank you for joining us here on Vagrants and Vandals Radio for yet another special edition. Now, boys, we wanted you on the show today because I understand, I heard tell of a very interesting story. Now, I'll say this. Your dad and I got up to some hijinks when we were kids, all right? And then I'm sure in all those years we employed some pretty inventive tactics to get out of going to school. But nothing like what you boys have done.
I do not regret it at all.
The level of commitment and creativity, it's inspiring. So,
okay,
Gibson, the story begins. You had pink eye, correct?
Yeah, I had pink eye. And me and Bourbon, we decided we didn't want to go to school. I already wasn't going to school.
Right, because you had pink eye.
Yeah, so Bourbon decides, I don't want to go to school either. It's unfair. So he tells me...
Hold on, boys. Hold on. Oh, that's music coming from out there. Okay.
What?
So I was hearing music through my headset. I thought maybe one of you guys had a device in your pocket or something.
Nope.
Okay, go ahead. So Gibby, you have pink eye, and...
I want pink eye.
And Bourbon approaches you and says, hey, I see you're not going to school. I don't want to go to school.
So...
That's how it happened?
Yeah. We devised this master plan to get both out of school.
Right. Okay, so at this point, you needed to transfer your pink eye to your brother so you could both stay home.
So our tactic was, he'd lay on the ground, I'd bend over his head, and I'd fart.
Okay, but...
That was the one time. We have a second time.
Well, hold on.
Just ripped this up.
But from what I heard from your dad, the story wasn't quite as simple as that. So Bourbon laid on the floor, and you sort of straddled over him, and you...
His butt was in my face.
Your butt was in his face.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
So you dropped your drawers,
and
you, like, squatted down low?
Yeah, I farted in his face, bare cheeks. Bare cheeks.
And Bourbon, you just, like, had your eyes open the entire time?
Yeah, he was like...
It was brutal. But I don't regret it.
He was embracing it.
So, what kind of a fart was this?
Wet.
It was a sound one.
Stanky fart. Ugh.
And you knew you had a big one brewing, or did you have to wait for a while to cook it up?
I knew.
You knew?
And I was so happy in my thoughts. I was like, oh, you came just in time. and he had been mean to me later that day, so I was actually glad.
So you were glad you got the fart in his face?
Yeah. Because otherwise I wouldn't have got the chance.
Bourbon, did you consider that maybe it wouldn't work and your brother would just be farting in your face for no reason?
No. He did not think that.
I did not consider that. So I was just ready to get fart in the face.
He was on board with it.
So how long did it take before you started to notice you got pink eye after Gibby farted in your face?
Probably the next day.
The next morning?
I
woke up with my eyelid completely sealed shut.
Like, it was thick.
Oh.
I had to help him get it off.
Wow.
Oh, it was horrible.
I had to wipe mine off first. It was like dueling peaks from Legend of Zelda.
All right, so you wake up, you clearly have pink eye. You go tell your mom or your dad. How's that play out?
We don't tell them.
You don't tell them anything?
We just start walking around, and they say, Bourbon, did you get pink eye from Gabe? And I was like, yeah. It feels horrible.
He farted in my face.
We did not mention that he farted in my face until years after the fact.
Oh, this was a few years ago.
Yeah.
This
was
an
not
old
recent.
Story.
This was not recent.
So you kept this a secret from your parents for years.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't tell them until
like last year. No, it was like yesterday.
So now you can't ever use this trick again because they'll know.
No, we can't. We just won't tell them.
I think they might figure it out now.
Oh, they won't.
But
We
the
will say we
second
got it
time
from the
we've done
dog.
this,
You did this a second time?
yes,
we did this
without
twice.
the farting. Gibson had pink eye again. I don't know where he's getting it from.
And
And
Part of
then,
school.
and then he rubs his eye, and he says, "Hey, Bourbon, want pink eye until you get out of school?" And I'm like,
sure.
I haven't really learned from last time. Why
No,
not?
Bourbon, we did it 3 times, but one time it was out of spite.
Out of spite.
Yeah,
Yeah, so one
I
time-
was asleep. He rubs his eye, rubs it in mine.
No, it
Yeah.
wasn't like that. He was being a jerk to me as usual. And I had pink eye. Little did he know I was going to use that as my secret weapon. So I rubbed my eye and rubbed it on his pillow.
So when I went to bed that night, I got pink eye the next morning.
So, but then you just got him out of school again. You had to spend more time with him.
Yeah.
Whereas you could have been at home by yourself, and he could have been off at school, and then he could have come home, and you can be like, I had a great day here all by myself.
The thing is, my dad doesn't trust me enough.
Oh, so you don't get to stay here by yourself when you're sick?
And I don't trust myself.
Right. That's key.
So
I'd
only
probably
the
be
both
walking
of us have to
around
be home.
by myself cussing on purpose.
So where do you go on a
I
sick
probably-
day? You here with your mom?
No.
Most of the time when there's a sick day, me and Gib both get out of school, then Dad will call it a day off.
Ah, I see. I
So
see.
that's what happen.
Makes it convenient for everybody. Now let me ask you this. So this is twice that you willingly went through this process, Bourbon. Would you do this again?
No, not at all. The
Yes.
pain is excruciating.
The pain's too
I'd
much.
give Callie pink eye without a second thought.
I see.
Don't do
Well,
that.
now-
It's a dog.
So, Gibby, you've
So?
been on the farting end of this. Would you have Bourbon fart in your face to give you pink eye?
Actually, yeah.
What is wrong with you, man? Like,
I mean,
what is wrong with you?
this is off topic, but if someone like me who does not feel the cold, like when it snows, I'd go out in a short sleeve.
Uh-huh.
I don't understand it. It's very, very confusing.
Like, I don't get cold easily.
I see.
Like, I'm like a human heater.
So how does this relate to having your brother fart in your face?
He makes very, very warm, humid, moist farts. They're so annoying to deal with.
It's like a gas bomb.
I can believe it. Yeah. So when this took place,
It's like nuclear radiation.
using your hand, Bourbon, how close was your brother's butt to your face?
Are we talking butt crack or cheeks?
His butt cheeks, I suppose.
Okay, then, from my nose, it was about like here.
So
It
maybe
was
6 inches away or so.
Yeah.
And he did you feel the wave, like the air from it?
Yeah, it smelled
felt it?
horrible.
The second time, I was like,
Yeah,
got a little closer, huh?
yeah, literally, he was closer.
And you breathed it in?
Not on purpose. When he did it, I felt the wave. I was like,
Now, when you guys did this, did you have to go to the doctor?
no.
No?
I think the first time we did, but the second time we just dealt with it.
And the doctors didn't ask any questions?
No. They didn't ask how we got it.
Would you have told them if they did ask?
No.
That's for the best kids. Yeah, you don't want to go telling those stories outside the family.
Another story that me and Bourbon have together
Yeah.
is
Oh, God, I
it's
know.
the time where Bourbon's nose became a fountain
Were you
blood.
bleeding?
for blood.
Yeah.
And guess who caused
Here's what
Punch him?
happened.
it? No.
Here's what happened. Gibson, I said something to him. He got mad. He grabbed the hardest boot in the house.
By the shoelaces, swung it like a freaking ball and chain and went like bing.
It hit me right in the nose. I'm surprised it didn't break, but it started becoming a waterfall of blood.
Yeah.
And I was so shocked that I tried yelling for Dad. He couldn't hear me.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just left there, standing there, blood bleeding out of my nose. And Gibson was laughing my neck.
I was laughing hysterically.
I see.
Eventually, the blood stopped. Mom walked in and seen a puddle of blood underneath me, and my nose bruised.
And how old were you when this happened?
Like 4 or 5.
Okay.
I was 5. He was 4.
I've always had a short temper.
Now, I know you guys have been playing chess for some time.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
had, like, tournaments
You
at
wanna
your
get
schools.
Want to get whooped?
Wow, look at that.
Want to get whooped?
Such aggressive children.
He's nowhere near as good as I am.
Is that true, Gibby? Is Bourbon...
I've been creeping up.
Oh, yeah,
This
okay.
guy's in like last
Well,
place in
it's,
chess.
healthy
I am in
competition.
first.
Because of Tuesdays. Tuesdays are bad.
Yeah.
Tuesdays, is that when you guys play at school?
Excuse
Yeah,
after
I know.
excuse.
Chess club?
Excuse after excuse.
My class is worse on Tuesdays, so when I get out of school,
Excuse after excuse.
I already have a migraine, so I don't even want to play
I
chess.
see. I hear. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll try and brush up on my chess skills, and maybe I'll play you sometime.
I will still beat you.
Well, I mean, you certainly beat me today. I haven't played in a while.
Okay.
Yeah. And now I hear lately you guys are picking up poker. Learn how to play
Yeah.
poker.
Yeah, I just won $12 last night.
That's not bad.
I got second place the time before that.
Oh yeah.
We're trying to play it every weekend or every other weekend.
I've always loved the clickety clack of the chips. I love that sound.
I love to smell
If you come
gasoline.
one weekend, then you can play.
Yeah, your dad and I used to play a lot back in the day, like 03, 04, 05, 06. Those are like our prime poker days. We used to have lots of arguments, lots of cheating going on.
I've never actually
Wow.
a
A
cheated
cheater. There's a cheater amongst us.
Oh, your dad used to cheat bad.
Oh,
Yeah, he was a big cheater. And he was very obnoxious. He would trash talk. He once trash talked so much that one of our friends slapped him.
he still trash talks that much.
Yeah.
I believe
A couple of us almost punched him in the face.
I have carried on our dad's legacy of being the river rat.
Yeah, I was going to tell you, we used to call him River Rat Morrison because he would always suck out on the river, and it would drive everybody nuts.
I have lived on his legacy.
Me and Gib both
I am now
have
the
carried
new-
on that trait.
I am River Rat
because
Jr.
I will be wrecked the entire game, and then that one card saves me. I go all in, takes everybody's money.
Oh, I went from like having no chips to like having these two, and these two.
He had like 6 full bars of chips.
Got to get those double ups when you're low. Double a chip count.
Yeah, it
All
was
right, well,
crazy.
maybe we'll try and
I was going
play that
insane.
sometime too. I like playing poker. I always thought it was fun. I like the strategy and the psychology behind it. Yeah. So anything else, fellas, before we wrap up this special edition?
So I'm gonna bring up another story.
Let's hear it.
About me and Bourbon.
Okay.
Wait, no, it's basically just me.
Okay.
So we were getting home. I had my booster seat. That's how young I was.
Mm-hmm.
I was riding it on the sidewalk like it was a car.
Mm-hmm.
I hit a bump,
I hit a bump.
flipped over it, hit his head on
Let me
the
talk,
cement.
Ooh.
Full last let me talk. Yeah, that's what really concerned Mom and Dad, that I had a concussion.
But the next day, he was in the hospital. Me and Dad went to some pizza place, and we asked for 5X cheese. And they were like, "Sir, you sure you want 5X cheese?" And Dad was like,
Yes.
"Did you hear what I said? I said 5X cheese. Now." It wasn't stuffed crust. If it
If
was,
you put stuffed crust,
it
you
would
die.
be way worse.
What's your favorite pizza place?
Probably
Depends on the subs, cause I don't eat pizza.
Oh no.
Gibson's weird, so he won't eat pizza.
I don't like pizza.
What
but-
sub place do you like then?
I like Tiffany subs.
I used to work at Tiffany's. Used to deliver pizzas for Tiffany's years ago when I was in college. Yeah.
I like Tiffany subs and Hungry Howie subs.
Okay. What about
I
you?
prefer Hungry Howie's because they have stuffed ranch crust.
Oh, that sounds good.
It's the ranch crust, but also stuffed.
I might have to stop and get myself some pizza on the way home. That sounds real good, boys. You know what I like? I mean, I like Hungry Howie's. I like Domino's. I like all sorts of pizza.
I've never had Domino's.
But there's a pizza place really common in our area that everybody makes fun of. And I think it's pretty damn good for what you pay for. And that's Little Caesars. Little Caesars pizza for what you pay for. That's pretty good.
Little Caesars and Jets are underrated.
I remember one
Jets
time.
is good too, yeah.
Jets had a promotion.
I love Jets.
And you would get like 3 free pizzas. Completely free. And almost everyone in town was there. It was delicious.
Jets Pizza, probably of all the pizza places I've been to, Jets Pizza probably has the best deep dish.
Yeah, I can get behind that. Yeah, Jets Pizza, they're noted for their deep dish, I would say. Yeah.
I don't really like deep dish, but they have some pretty good deep dish.
Bourbon, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave the podcast.
Yeah, get out.
I'm sorry, I don't like it.
I once had. I visited New York once. This is almost 20 years ago. I had New York style, thin crust pizza. So good. It was like the pizza was huge, and I want to say it was only like 4 to 6 slices. Huge. And I think I was with 2 other people. They each ate a slice, so it must have been 6 slices. So I ended up eating 4. Because I don't like food going to waste. I wasn't even hungry come the last piece. But I was like, well, I'm not just going to leave 1 piece here. And I'm in New York.
That's just awkward.
I'm eating that New York style pizza. I saw the Ninja Turtles eating all those movies when I was growing up as a kid. I was like, I owe it. I owe it to Raphael to eat this slice of pizza. So I did. And I felt sick and bloated. But I did it, boys. I got it down. And the people I was with, well...
respected you ever since.
No, I think it was the opposite. No, I don't think they ever saw me the same again. They were what we would call a normal mannered people, not like us. They thought they saw me eating 4 slices of pizza, especially that 4th slice when I wasn't even hungry, is perhaps something that wasn't to be respected, perhaps as deviant, uncouth behavior. Later, the one that I was sharing the room with, my toenails were kind of long, right?
Bro, it'd really be a cat.
So I wasn't making any progress with just my fingernails digging at my toenails. So I started to bite the one toenail.
What is wrong with you?
I had to get it off, all right, Bourbon? And then, so the person I was sharing a room with, and this was a girl, and I kind of liked her. She saw that, and she was like, "That is disgusting." And I was like, well, I guess we're done.
Tell her to mind your business. I will do what I want. I am a grown man.
Listen, I don't know her anymore. That, like I said, we had a very short-lived romance. And I was like, listen, if you can't handle me at my toe biting, well, this ain't going to work, honey. Okay?
So... I'm actually surprised.
Can I tell a story again?
Yes, you may.
Let's hear it.
Me and Gabe, we were young enough where we could both shower at once.
Mm-hmm.
So, Gabe turned around
to
grab like shampoo or something.
Not this story.
And I started punching him. And then one time I missed, it went straight up his butt. It was horrendous.
And then he poured another one
everywhere.
When he poured his fist out there with poop on his head.
Damn, you guys have quite a history.
We have quite the history with poop.
Pooping on each other, farting on each other.
I have another poop story.
Oh no!
Let me get a poop story.
We were all trying to take it on midday naps.
Mm-hmm.
I said, nah. I needed to poop so bad. I pulled down my pants. Got the poo right in my hand, slapped it on my toy box, grabbed an outfit and started playing with it. And then my dad woke up to hear a splash everywhere. And then if Dad wants to show you, he has a picture of me having poo on my hand.
I've seen the picture.
And then,
so that was probably like when you were about 3, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was around then. And it was. I look at the photos now and think what was wrong with me, but in the moment,
it made sense.
I was like,
Yeah, I got
I got a
bro.
fresh
You
thing
gotta
of
go when you gotta
Play-Doh.
go.
I got a fresh thing of Play-Doh. Why not?
So Joel,
I took a 30-minute bath
almost
after
died
that.
on multiple occasions.
Let's hear it.
So one
far.
time I was at school, I was like this with what I thought was my eraser, with my pencil, but it wasn't.
What was it?
And
It was the
and
sharp end of the
And I
pencil.
went like this.
Right in your throat?
Yeah, I still have a little bit of a scar from it.
Did the lead go into your throat?
Yes,
It did.
I survived.
How would you survive, dude?
It was like a very shallow cut, only like penetrated the skin.
Well, I believe, if I
I
remember
don't know
the
how I survived though.
story correctly, either your grandma stabbed one of her siblings or was stabbed by one of her siblings with a lead pencil.
What?
And I believe the lead was buried in their skin for years. Have to ask her about that next time
I
uh,
see her.
still have my lead in my palm of my hand. From I was running down the hallway, pencil in hand. I fell. The pencil went straight into my hand.
What were you running for?
I don't know. I was just running around the house with a pencil.
You're like, oh.
I was
You're a
in
wild
toddler. I was like 8 at the time. Just still running around the house with a pencil.
I remember.
I tripped, hit my hand, and I was like,
That is painful.
why do I not feel pain? This is confusing. I yanked it out,
and
then I carried on with my day.
Nice.
It's still in there.
Well, boys, I gotta say, this has been a riveting special edition. I like your room where we've been broadcasting from these last few episodes, the Honey Hole 2.0. You've got some minifigs on display. You've got posters. It looks like
I got
a pair of brothers' room. You got the Palmaya.
That's my POW
Yeah.
flag.
It's a cool room. I like the little American flag guitar you got over here. You got the mini basketball net.
I actually have something I want to show you.
Okay.
Bird, scooch in.
You got Legos. There's Pokemon paraphernalia. There's gaming references. It's a pretty cool room.
We got a
What do we got here?
we have a Jolteon pearl bead in the corner of the room.
Gibson showed me a bullet casing. Where'd you get that from?
I got it from my dad's friend.
Let me see that. From your dad's
It was a
friend?
gift.
And this looks like a bull, but it's not.
I don't know, Gibby. Usually when someone gives you a bullet, that's not a good sign. They're telling you, hey, I'm coming for you.
Well,
But he also has a pocket knife
Yeah.
that is in the shape of a gun bullet.
Oh, that's cool.
I have a lot of pocket knives.
Yeah, make sure you don't take that to school. They frown upon that, but that's a cool
I don't.
one. You know, if you were your dad and we were kids, you know what I'd do?
What?
I'd swindle you out of that pocket knife. Camp King style.
I've tried to do that. He won't budge.
Well, hey, maybe you're better negotiators than your dad was.
You're never gonna get me. I spent my own money on this.
Oh, well, I'm not actually going to swindle a child out of their
And when
possession at this point in my life.
when I got this pocket knife, I actually bought a canteen too.
Mm-hmm.
R.I.P. Mr. Canteen. Someone stole that canteen.
Stole it at school?
It was
Yeah.
sitting on his table,
I haven't
wide
seen
open,
it.
and someone snatched it.
Wow. They were bold with that thievery, huh? They
Yeah.
saw an opportunity, they took it.
I know who it was.
Oh, you do? Mm-hmm. You going to plot some revenge? Maybe fart in their face, give them pink eye?
No,
No.
not yet.
That's just something you do to your brother?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, that's fair enough.
I'm acting like I don't know yet.
Ah, you're playing the long game.
And
I
then
like it.
right in the middle, I strike.
I'll tell
I
you
take
what.
all their pencils.
I'll tell
I take all their friends' pencils.
tell you what, Gibby.
I take all their friends' pencils.
When
So that they can't have no pencils, and then they can't do math.
when you exact your revenge plot,
No,
You can tell us about
I'm not done there.
there's going to be more.
What are you doing to this poor child
I'm
that
putting-
just wanted a
I'm
cool
putting
canteen?
his pencil in my. I'm putting my pencil in his desk and saying that he stole it.
Ooh, a classic frame up.
And then I'm hiding.
Sinister, diabolical.
And then I'm
I like
hiding.
it.
And then I'm hiding the book he's reading after taking the bookmark out. So even if he does find it, he won't
Dun,
be able to
dun,
find his
dun.
page.
Make sure you don't
And-
get caught. This is devious behavior.
And then I'll
You know, you just revealed your master plan onto the internet for anyone to figure out.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm not done yet.
This may have been a faux pas.
I'm not done yet though.
What if he fixes it all and it has a completely different plan for after this?
I'm gonna find an ant and then put it in his book bag.
Just a single ant? Talking about an insect, not like a human ant, right?
No.
Not like his Aunt
Not
Mildred.
a single ant.
A whole ant colony.
An ant colony? Fire ants. That's what you want.
No.
Didn't hear that from me.
As soon as he
wasn't
puts on
gonna
the
put
book bag,
cicadas in it.
the ants just swarm.
And then I'm gonna put leaves in
There you
it.
go.
And then I'm gonna find a singular worm. Put it in his lunchbox.
That would scare your dad.
Put it, if they have any sort of fruit, put the worm right on the fruit.
Yeah.
There you go.
That
There you
way,
go.
That's my.
once lunchtime comes around, the darn worm is slithering through their
No.
apple or
Not
something.
a worm.
A whole pan full of worms? Yes. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what.
That is my whole devious master plan.
It sounds like we can cover this on a future special edition.
If
Boys,
he doesn't,
I want to thank you.
The aftermath.
That's right.
Of my
Thank
master
you.
plan.
I
Thank you
want to
for
thank
coming.
you for being here today. Now, listen, I would shake your hands, but Gibby, I know you have a penchant for dabbling in your own fecal matter. So, we're going to settle with thank you for being here with me in, say it with me, boys, honey ho 2.0. And remember, be you vagrant, be you vandal. All rascals and rogues, welcome here.